deaf puppy refused to leave the beach, and what he was guarding will break your heart. Imagine a serene beach, the gentle sound of waves lapping against the shore, children laughing, and the sun beaming down, casting a golden glow over everything. But amidst this picturesque scene, a heart-wrenching story unfolds. One that will tug at your heartstrings and leave you reflecting on the bond between animals and their instinctual loyalty. This is not just a story of a dog. It's a story of love, determination, and an unwavering spirit that challenges the very essence of what it means to protect. The sun had barely risen when the first footprints were etched into the soft sand of this coastal paradise. Among the familiar sights of beachgoers setting up their umbrellas and families unloading coolers, a small, deaf puppy sat resolutely, his eyes scanning the horizon, seemingly unaware of the cheerful chaos around him. His name was Max, a spirited little creature with a coat as white as the clouds above and a heart that brimmed with courage. But today, Max was not just a playful pup. He was a guardian, a sentinel watching over something precious buried in the sand. As the waves rolled in and out, they whispered secrets of the ocean, stories of adventures and memories held within. Yet, Max remained unfazed, his focus unwavering. What could possibly draw such a young puppy into a world of solemn duty on a day meant for fun and frolic? The answer would shock those who encountered him. For beneath the surface, Max was guarding something that would break your heart and speak volumes about the bond between a dog and his family. It began early that morning when a warm breeze carried scents of the sea, enticing families and friends to gather for a day of leisure. But among the laughter and splashes of water, there was an undercurrent of sadness that only a few could perceive. Max had been abandoned at this very beach, left alone and vulnerable, a deaf puppy with no sense of direction and no understanding of why he was deserted. The world around him was a cacophony of sounds he could not hear, but the silent call of instinct rang louder than any human voice ever could. In that moment of solitude, he found a purpose. Max's keen instincts kicked in when he discovered a small, fragile object half buried in the sand. Something that looked like a treasure, but was, in fact, a heart-wrenching reminder of what had been lost. It was a tiny, weathered toy, a child's beloved companion, likely discarded in haste. To most, it would seem insignificant, a mere relic of childhood play. But to Max, it symbolized the love and warmth of a family that had once cherished it. He sensed that this toy belonged to someone special, someone who may have been searching for it, and he refused to leave it unguarded, no matter how much the world around him urged him to join in the merriment. As the day unfolded, beachgoers began to notice Max. Families waded through the water, children built sandcastles, and laughter echoed through the air. Yet Max remained steadfast. His small frame cast a lonely silhouette against the backdrop of the setting sun. People approached him, some crouched down to pet him, while others offered treats, but he would not budge. His eyes were filled with an emotion that transcended words. They spoke of loyalty and a promise unbroken, a commitment to protect what was left of a family bond. Soon, curious onlookers gathered around, drawn not just by the puppy, but by the poignant aura of determination that surrounded him. They whispered among themselves, trying to piece together the mystery of why this puppy had taken up residence beside the forgotten toy. Little did they know, each onlooker was witnessing a powerful display of love and resilience, one that would resonate with them long after they left the beach. As the sun began to dip lower in the sky, casting a warm orange hue over the shoreline, Max remained vigilant, his eyes darting back and forth, scanning for any sign of movement, any indication that his watchful presence was necessary. He seemed to be waiting for someone, perhaps the child who had lost the toy, or the family that had abandoned him. His heart, though small, was immense in its capacity for love and loyalty. With every passing hour, the beach grew busier, but Max's resolve did not waver. Children played, splashing water, and adults mingled, yet the puppy remained a watchful protector. People began to take notice of the little guardian who had captured their hearts. Some took photos, while others shared stories of their own pets, their own experiences of love and loyalty. The atmosphere shifted. It transformed from one of casual beach fun to a gathering of souls unified by a shared understanding of compassion and empathy. As the shadows grew longer and the sun painted the sky with brilliant hues, a sense of urgency began to envelop Max. He could feel the fading light. It was as if he understood that time was slipping away. He continued to stand guard over the toy, his little body trembling slightly from the cool breeze now rolling in off the ocean. Yet, he remained undeterred, anchored by an instinct that ran deeper than mere survival. It was the instinct to protect, to love, and to wait for the one who might return. The beach, once a place of joy and laughter, had transformed into a poignant reminder of love lost and loyalty found. Strangers began to bond over the sight of Max, their hearts aching for the puppy who had taken it upon himself to guard a fragment of a life that was no longer his. It was a sight that ignited conversations about abandonment, responsibility, and the unbreakable bonds that exist between humans and their furry companions. As twilight descended, casting a mystical glow over the ocean, the heartbreaking truth began to seep into the hearts of those present. Max was not just a puppy. He was a symbol of resilience, a testament to the purest form of loyalty, and a reminder that love knows no boundaries. The world may have turned its back on him, but here he was, standing firm against the winds of change, determined to hold on to the memories of what once was. This story, while heart-wrenching, also serves as a beacon of hope. In a world where lives can change in an instant, where abandonment can leave deep scars, there exists a creature whose capacity for love remains untainted. Max's refusal to leave the beach speaks volumes about the enduring spirit of loyalty that transcends all barriers. A reminder that even in our darkest moments, love will find a way to shine through. And as night fell upon the beach, it became clear that this was only the beginning of a journey that would lead to an unexpected reunion, one that would ultimately restore faith in the bonds that connect us all. As night fell, the gentle sound of the waves became a comforting lullaby, but for Max, it was a call to vigilance. The stars began to twinkle overhead, casting a shimmering light on the deserted beach. Each distant crash of the surf felt like a heartbeat, echoing the puppy's own thumping heart, resonating with hope and longing. His small body, framed against the vastness of the ocean, seemed to embody a spirit that was both fragile and fiercely determined. Onlookers had begun to disperse as families gathered their belongings, and children yawned from a day full of excitement. Yet for Max, the day was far from over. He remained steadfast, his gaze fixed on the horizon, as if he were expecting someone who had lost a piece of their heart, just as he had lost the warmth of a family. The toy, now illuminated by the soft glow of the moonlight, lay silently in the sand, a poignant reminder of joy and innocence that had once filled the air. As the beach emptied, a couple strolled hand in hand, their laughter echoing softly in the night. They paused, captivated by the sight of the tiny puppy. The man knelt down, extending a hand toward Max, who cautiously approached him, his instincts urging him to assess this new presence. The woman, noticing the worn toy nearby, let out a soft gasp. "Is that?" she began, her voice trailing off as she recognized the familiar fabric of the toy. Max, sensing their interest, barked softly, his tail wagging in hesitant excitement. The couple exchanged glances, their expressions shifting from curiosity to understanding, as they realized that the puppy was not just another beach dog, but a guardian of something deeply personal. "I think it belongs to our son," the man said, his voice choked with emotion. "He lost it earlier this summer, and we thought we'd never see it again." In that moment, the connection was undeniable. Max's eyes sparkled with a sense of recognition, a knowing that the toy was not just an object, but a cherished memory that had been lost. The couple knelt beside the puppy, their hands reaching out to touch him, their hearts swelling with love and gratitude for this little creature who had remained vigilant, protecting what was rightfully theirs. As they spoke softly to him, Max leaned into their touch, feeling the warmth of their hands, the comfort of their presence. It was a moment of pure magic, where the boundaries of loss and recovery began to blur. The woman's eyes glistened with tears as she explained how their son had been inconsolable after losing his beloved toy, a companion through countless adventures. "We thought it was gone for good," she whispered, her voice trembling with emotion. With each word, Max seemed to understand more clearly the depth of their connection. His instincts were right. He had been guarding a piece of a family's heart. As the couple embraced the toy, they turned their attention back to the puppy. "You're a brave little guy," the man said, his voice filled with warmth. "Thank you for taking care of it." In that moment, the bond between the couple and Max deepened. They invited him closer, and he nestled against them, feeling a sense of belonging that had eluded him since being abandoned. It was as if the universe had conspired to bring them together, bridging the gap between loss and rediscovery. The couple promised Max that he would never be left alone again, that he would be a part of their family, a protector not just of toys, but of love itself. As they walked back toward their car, the couple cradled the toy in one hand and held Max with the other. It was a triumphant moment, one that transformed a day filled with sadness into one of joy and reunion. For Max, the journey from loneliness to love was complete, and as he looked back at the beach one last time, he felt a sense of peace wash over him. He had fulfilled his purpose, and in doing so, had found a new family willing to embrace him with open arms. The night air was filled with a sense of wonder as the couple drove away, Max's head resting comfortably in the lap of his new companion. The stars twinkled brighter, as if celebrating the reunion that had occurred. It was a reminder that sometimes, in the most unexpected circumstances, love has a way of finding its way back home. Max had not just guarded a toy. He had safeguarded a connection that transcended the boundaries of abandonment and loneliness. As the beach returned to its tranquil state, the waves continued to ebb and flow, whispering stories of resilience and hope. Max's story, once marked by sorrow and abandonment, had shifted into one of love and belonging. He became a living testament to the enduring spirit of loyalty, a reminder that even in the darkest of times, love can light the way. In the days that followed, Max blossomed in his new home, enveloped by the warmth of a family that cherished him. The couple's son, upon seeing Max for the first time, was filled with joy and wonder. The puppy, once a solitary figure on the beach, became a playful companion, joining in adventures and snuggling during quiet moments. Together, they forged a bond that was unbreakable, built on the foundation of shared experiences and unconditional love. Max's tale resonated far beyond the shores of that beach. It became a story shared among friends and family, a poignant reminder of the importance of compassion and the impact of small acts of kindness. People who had witnessed the reunion spoke of it with reverence, touched by the bond that had formed between a lost puppy and a family willing to open their hearts once more. And as for the beach, it remained a place of memories, some bittersweet, others joyful. Each wave that crashed against the shore carried with it the echoes of Max's journey, a testament to the resilience of love and the unyielding spirit of loyalty that exists not just in dogs, but within all of us. The world may have turned its back on Max once, but in the end, he had shown that even the most fragile hearts can find their way home, proving that love, indeed, conquers all. As the days turned into weeks, Max settled into his new role as part of the family, quickly becoming a beloved member of their household. His playful antics brought laughter back to a home that had felt incomplete. Every morning, as the sun peeked through the curtains, Max would leap onto the bed, wagging his tail with uncontainable excitement, eager to greet the day. This was a stark contrast to the lonely nights he had spent on the beach, guarding that precious toy. Now, he was surrounded by warmth, love, and the unmistakable sounds of a family united. The little boy, whose heart had been mended by the return of his lost treasure, quickly formed an unbreakable bond with Max. They became inseparable companions, embarking on countless adventures together. Whether it was exploring the nearby park, playing fetch in the backyard, or simply curling up together on the couch for movie nights, their connection deepened with every shared experience. The boy would often share stories of his day, and though Max could not hear the words, he understood the emotions behind them, responding with gentle nudges and joyful barks. In the evenings, the family would sit together, sharing tales of their day. The puppy, now a symbol of resilience and love, became the centerpiece of these moments. The parents would recount how they had found him, the bravery he had shown, and the way he had guarded that toy, which had meant so much to their son. Each retelling was met with awe and admiration, and it became clear that Max was not just a pet. He was a beacon of hope and a reminder of the love that can be found in the most unexpected places. One sunny afternoon, the family decided to take a trip back to the beach where Max had first shown his incredible spirit. As they approached the familiar shoreline, Max's tail began to wag furiously, his excitement palpable. The sound of the waves crashing against the shore seemed to awaken a deep instinct within him. He remembered the solitude of that day, the determination that had fueled him, and now, standing alongside his new family, he felt an overwhelming sense of joy. As they set down their blankets and began to enjoy their day, Max raced along the sand, his little legs moving as fast as they could carry him. He playfully chased after seagulls, darting in and out of the surf, and his laughter echoed in the air. The family watched with smiles, their hearts swelling with gratitude for the joy that Max had brought into their lives. Each splash of water against his fur seemed to wash away the remnants of his past, transforming sorrow into a celebration of second chances. After some time, the family found a quiet spot on the beach, and the little boy pulled out his treasured toy. With a laugh, he tossed it into the air, and Max, true to his nature, leaped to catch it mid-flight, his playful spirit shining bright. As he returned to the boy, tail wagging with pride, the family was reminded of the journey that had brought them here. The toy, once a symbol of loss, had become a cherished reminder of the love that had blossomed between them. That day at the beach was not merely a trip down memory lane. It was a celebration of new beginnings. Max's heart was now filled with love and belonging, and the family's bond was stronger than ever. They built sandcastles together, splashed in the waves, and took turns chasing Max as he tore across the beach, his joyful barks mingling with the sound of laughter. As the sun began to set, casting a golden hue over the ocean, the family gathered around a small bonfire they had built. The flickering flames danced in the evening breeze, and the air was filled with the scent of roasted marshmallows. They took turns sharing their favorite memories of the summer, and when it was Max's turn, the boy hugged him close, proclaiming, "Max is the best part of my life. He saved my toy, but really saved my heart." With those words, the family understood the profound impact that Max had made. He was more than just a guardian. He was a healer. He had taken a broken heart and mended it, reminding them all that love is not just found in the moments of joy, but also in the trials and tribulations that life presents. As twilight deepened and stars began to twinkle in the vast sky, the family sat in comfortable silence, the warmth of love enveloping them like a cozy blanket. Max, curled up at their feet, was no longer just a puppy abandoned on the beach. He was a cherished member of the family, a testament to the power of loyalty and love. His journey had come full circle, and in doing so, he had woven himself into the very fabric of their lives. In the days that followed, Max continued to flourish in his new home. He accompanied the family on adventures, whether it was hiking in the mountains or cozying up during movie nights. His presence brought a sense of joy and laughter, a reminder of the beauty that can arise from the ashes of despair. The family often reflected on how fortunate they were to have found each other and how life's unpredictable twists had led them to a love that felt destined. As Max grew, he became a source of inspiration for the family. They began volunteering at local animal shelters, sharing his story and advocating for the adoption of pets in need. Max, the once deaf puppy who had refused to leave the beach, had transformed into a beacon of hope for other abandoned animals, encouraging families to open their hearts and homes to those who needed it most. Every time they returned to that beach, it was a celebration of love, loyalty, and the beautiful journey they had embarked upon together. Max had not only reclaimed his place in the world, but had also shown others that even the smallest creatures can make the biggest impacts. His story became a cherished memory, a reminder that love has a way of finding its path, even in the most unexpected circumstances. If you like this type of news, make sure to comment from where you are hearing this, and also, if you aren't subscribed, please subscribe now. This is the best way to help our work and this type of news reach more people. As we conclude this touching tale, may it serve as a reminder to us all. Every act of kindness, no matter how small, has the power to change a life. Max's journey is a testament to the resilience of love and the unbreakable bonds that can form in the face of adversity. Whether you're a pet owner or an animal lover, let his story inspire you to be a guardian of love and compassion in your own life, echoing the timeless truth that love is indeed the greatest adventure of all.